Hi everybody. Okay, so I went ahead and I took a poll on Facebook on what kind of video you guys would want me to make this week, and so I asked if everybody wanted to do's and don'ts of how you do winged eyeliner, or if you wanted a spring makeup tutorial, and it seems that mostly everybody wanted kind of a winged eyeliner look. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you different products that you can use, and then I'm going to do a quick tutorial of how I achieve this kind of winged look. Now for me, this is my everyday look. Literally, if I have on makeup, for the most part, my face looks like this, unless it's a special occasion, and then it's like whole face magic, whatever. But for the most part, going to work, running errands, whatever it is, this is generally how my makeup looks. So just a little background, I've been doing it like this probably for 6 or 7 years now. I've always liked it, like since I was a little kid. I used to see people with it and I thought it was like the cutest thing ever. But it took me, like I could never figure it out. I would always get so frustrated, and I think it's because I was using the wrong products. I was using like the kind of liquid liners from like the dollar store, or like the kind of, I don't want to say cheapy because you can get really good, like e.l.f. makes a good liquid, but poor quality. So I would put them on and then they would smear immediately. You know, I do have hooded eyes, so that also made it harder. And so what I actually ended up doing is I went to the store and I bought the Maybelline pot liner with a brush, and I sat in front of a mirror for like 45 minutes one day, just practicing, figuring out the shape, how I liked it best. And then as soon as I got it kind of in a way that I could handle, then I just started doing it more and more and more with my looks, because it, I liked it and it made sense. And as years have progressed, I feel personally I've gotten better and better at it. So the main thing is do not stress on this. I'll probably talk about it later in the video too, but really, like, don't stress on it. It's fun. Makeup's supposed to be fun. So like I said before, in one of my hair tutorials, sit in a spot where you are comfortable. Like I have, my whole makeup area right here. Quick question though, side note, should I get more hair bows? I think maybe like I need more. I don't think I have enough. But anyways, so I always go ahead, I set myself up with my big mirror. I have my phone by me so I can have music playing, or I have my iPad by me and I'll have like a YouTube video going. I'll have a drink, or today it's water, usually it's beer. And I'm very comfortable in my setting. So that way, things can kind of roll out nicer. You're not stressed out, you're not getting sweaty, it is what it is, you're in a good spot. So that's just kind of my humble advice from me to you. Make sure that you, especially when learning something new, are just comfortable in your surroundings. And, I'd also say that I wouldn't just try and do this right before you have a huge event, like a wedding, or, like your graduation, anything like big and huge, until you're really comfortable with it, because you don't want to get stuck with a look that you'll later be like, why? Because you don't know how to do it right. So anyways, off my soapbox. So I have a whole huge pile of different products here that I'm going to go ahead and go over with you. So first and foremost, we have the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Perversion. I wouldn't recommend this. So it's a pencil, so most people have it. You can go ahead and put it on your eye, you know what I mean, and just get it going. And then you can take an angled brush like this, and you can kind of smoke it out and get like a softer wing eye, and then you could set it with some black eyeshadow. That's one way to do it. I think that's too labor intensive. I don't like the color payoff, so it's an option for you with this one, but This is more, for waterline smoky eyes, I think, than, making it your main player in your winged eyeliner game. So, for beginners, this is what well, not this one, but this is what I recommend that you start off with and you practice with, because I personally think it's the easiest. But so, don't judge me on how gross this is. We've had it since high school, and it's stayed for a very long time, and it still works. So, but this is the NARS. I don't even know what it's called. Zardoz? Anyways, it's just a liquid, or not a liquid, it's a cream eyeliner. See, you even hit pan on it. So, with this, you would go ahead and you would take your angled brush, you would pick up some product, and then you could go ahead and you could hit it. So the reason why I recommend doing a cream first is because you have a lot more control with the cream, and the cream tends to dry faster too. So, if you open up your eye, you don't mess it up and all of that. So, but you would just, draw out the shape and then get a good one, a good angled brush that you like, that you get a good grip on. And then I wouldn't recommend holding it all the way out here. I mean, you can. Depends on your level of comfort, but I get all up in it. I'm like, what? That's what I think works best if you're starting out. So, another option that you can do, and this one's actually pretty new, it is called, it's Tarte, and it's Tartist. And this one is a kind of, it's like a paint pot, pretty much, see? So the product comes out of there, put a little bit on your hand, or you could pick it up from, the end, and then you go ahead and they give you this cute little bamboo brush. And this has a good point to it. And then you go ahead and use that. Now what's really good about this one is it's super dark. Super dark. It is that jet black color. And it goes over glitter. That's huge, because a lot of liquid liners don't want to go over glitter, or they'll look like clumpy or whatever, and this one's a really smooth, pretty finish. I wouldn't recommend this though until you're comfortable and you kind of have more of an idea of what you're doing, because this one is a little bit tricky and it can get a little messy. So moving on. What I have next are pen liners. Exactly what it sounds like. So I have a NYX super skinny marker. I have Kat Von D's ink liner in Trooper. This is Jessie's Girl in black. I got it in my Ipsy bag. And then this I love the most, and I got it in my Ipsy bag, and I have no idea what the name is, how to rebuy it. Just great packaging, guys. Rubbed right off. So, in regards to these, they all have different kind of tips to them. So, this kind of looks like a paintbrush. It's just a little pen tip. And then you can pick how you want it. So the good thing about this is it's like a marker. So you don't, with like the other two, you do have to keep picking up product, putting it on the brush, and then getting it going. This has all the product in it, so you can just get it like that. The downside is though, and I tend to find, is they do dry out and don't last as long as the other product. So this is the Jessie's Girl one. See how it kind of has a finer tip to it? See, like it's kind of pointier. Kat Von D one, this says it's waterproof. I don't know how much I believe that. So, this one has kind of a, I keep putting it over here, and I have a black bed, and that is unhelpful. So, this one has a smaller tip and a bigger point, and this one kind of, it's like more felty. Like it kind of has more of like a push to it, whereas the Jessie's Girl was more of like a brush tip, and then has kind of a thicker paintbrush kind of shape. And then This one I was not impressed with, and I'm really kind of bummed about that because I heard that it was great from so many different things, and this was the NYX Super Skinny Eye Marker. Look at that. Teeny tiny, right? Which is the point, super skinny. And then as soon as you get a drop of water, comes right off. Comes right off. So it's really frustrating because your eyes water and then it just is down your face, or, you know. Anyways, so that was like a good, I would say we could range them out. Inexpensive to expensive kind of range of pencil liners to suit everyone's needs. Now, if I'm going to talk about eyeliner, I'm going to have to talk about my very favorite on the planet, Holy Grail eyeliner. And it is hilariously the cheapest eyeliner ever. Well, probably, no, I think it's less than e.l.f. But it is the best. Wet n Wild, where is it? There we go. Wet n Wild H2O proof. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. And this is in Ultra Black. So for this one, it has, oh, come here. Sorry, it's a little gooey. It has the pointed tip to it, and it is kind of like the pen tips. And wait, I'm too far away. There we go. Look at how dark that is. So dark. Oh my god, this stuff is so good. And you can go swimming in the pool with this on your eyeball. And I'm telling you, it will stay perfect. Go to a pool party, get your H2O liner on, and you will be set. Like, once it's on, it's on. Now, you definitely need some sort of face wipe or something to get it off. I've woken up in the morning and had it still on, and had it still on perfect. So, I'm just saying, if there's a product you can get, and I think it's like $3. You can't beat that at all. And they make a glitter version. So, this is the same kind of tip. Oh no, I'm sorry, I lied. This is a brush tip. So brush tips are a little bit more advanced. This one's not as dark, but it has glitter in it. So if you see the brush tips kind of wonkier, you definitely want to make sure before you get a brush tip that you have, you know, the control, you know, the shape, and your hand is steadier. Last but not least, and this is so funny and so random, my cousin got this at an Asian market, and it's amazing. And this is another one that was just $2. It's, I don't know what the brand is called. It's just a Precision, and it's like in this really pretty kind of rainbowy packaging. Solid black, waterproof, super waterproof. And I feel like my mouth is going to be open this whole video because I'm like staring at things. So it's got a good tip on it, and it's also got kind of the pencil-y tip, but the very end of the tip is softer. So that way you can really kind of pick how you want your shape to be, and it gives you more of a precise kind of tip to the wing. So those are kind of all of the products that I have that I wanted to go over. So what I'm going to go do now is I'm going to go ahead and show you how I get this. Alright. Okay, so as you can see, I already did one eye. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to show you how to do the other eye. So I'm going to use my preferred products. I have already gone ahead and primed my eyes with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. And I've already got my eyebrows done. That's a different video. So I have my cotton swabs at the ready in case I need them. And I'm going to go ahead and use the Kat Von D pencil liner that I was telling you guys about earlier. So one of the main things that you kind of want to focus on when doing winged eyeliner is your eye shape. So I have, what are these called? Heavy lidded eyes, and they're kind of almond shapey. So I know that when I do it, my purpose is to kind of make my eyeball bigger. So you'll want to go ahead, kind of look at how your eyes are shaped, and then pick out what looks best for you. You want to, you know what I mean? You want to make sure that you are getting the look that you're the most interested in. So I'm going to go ahead and get this started. So you shake the pen, and then you go ahead and you take it from your lower lash line up to your eyebrow line. Now you don't have to do it that way, but that's what works best for my eyes. Some people take it and they go straight out and they meet it here. So see how it makes that shape? But because I have kind of smaller eyes, I like to take it straight up like that. So I start with the wing. And that's my first line. Let's see how it kind of has a little pop in it. It's got hooded eyes. It's life. So then I take it straight up. And I kind of get that going. So there we go. Step one. So from here, I go ahead and I grab it and pull down. I know I got real quiet on you guys. It's hard to talk and do it. But see how I didn't take it from the very tip top? I took it from kind of halfway down the center. So that way it gives it a point. So from here, I kind of keep my eye a little bit open as I do it, because like I said, they are kind of hooded. So I check a lot, but I try not to get it to smudge, because that can happen if you don't have one that quick dries fast enough. And then I fill in the triangle. So that's all the way filled in. Dry it out a little bit. And then you want to go for the inner corner. Now, one of the things that I have a big problem with too is I have super watery eyes lately. I don't know if it's like the hot, cold weather that we're experiencing here in California or what, but I've been having a lot of problems just with it getting so juicy up in this corner, and it's been driving me crazy. Or like right here in the outer corner, and it rubs this off. Like, this is supposed to be waterproof, but I mean, it has to combat my eye. So what I go ahead and do to get this inner part is I very gently pull my eyeball flat and I open. And I poke myself in the eye. And I match them up. Now, I lost the cap. I can already feel my eyeball watering. So you just try and dry it. And then you look it over. Okay. Alright. I gotta find this cap. Okay. So, I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of try and prevent this from messing up my day. Okay. I think that's okay. Here's your main thing. That is the hardest part about winged eyeliner that fucks everybody up. They're never gonna look the same. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. If your eyebrows are sisters, your winged eyeliner, they're cousins. Not second cousins though. They could be first cousins. So you can get them mostly similar. So what everybody kind of ends up doing that kind of messes up their day is they just keep fucking with it until they look like some sort of weird, oh fuck, my eyes watering. Anyways, weird panda bear-esque thing. The only thing that I look for is that they're the same length. So I think right now, pretty much, I'm gonna get real close. I think they're about the same length. Leave it alone. If you overthink it and you overdo it, you're going to overdraw it, you're going to get frustrated, you're going to wipe it off, you're going to end up just doing your makeup, However, you always do it, you're just not going to be into it. So, I mean, of course, like the first few times you do it, you're going to walk around, you're going to look like a weirdo. You're going to have one, oh my gosh, I've done this before. You're going to have one that you shaped so the point goes out this way, and the other one so the point goes up this way. And you're not going to, it's just going to be it. You'll have like a full face on, you'll have your eye makeup perfect, and then you'll just let it go. I literally have been doing this makeup on a daily basis. Well, when I wear makeup, but for the most part, on a daily basis. This is my go-to. I have never had anybody walk up to me and be like, yo girl, your eyeliner doesn't match. You know how hard I would laugh anyways? Who cares? It's not going to be exactly how you dreamt of it being. It is what it is. So embrace it, enjoy it, don't overthink it, and just practice. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys this. So I'm trying to wipe off everything that I've swatched on my hand, and this is that Wet n Wild H2O proof. I'm not kidding when I say it doesn't come off. Look how hard I'm scrubbing. Get off my hand. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Right? So, one thing that I did kind of want to talk about before I go ahead and end this video is how to remove it. So, for trickier products like that, or like the H2O proof, I would recommend getting something good. This is kind of the best makeup remover I've ever gotten. This is the Benefit They're Real. It gets off all of my mascara, all of like everything, and my eyeliner one try. So, with what's left on my hand, I'm going to go ahead. See that? Super, super gentle pressure, and it's gone. So, definite recommend you buy. And usually I use it just like with a cotton pad. Get it all up in there. Wipe it off, good to go. And then I'm really in love with these. These are new. They're the Simple brand, the sensitive skin makeup removing wipes. So usually once I rock the Benefit, get it all off and everything, I use this to kind of get everything else off my face. So that's just my recommendation for kind of how to get your eyeliner off once you put it back on. So anyways, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave that below. Any sort of comments too, please do. Please like my video and don't forget to subscribe. I make a new video every week. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you have a really fantastic day.